Hey, this is Potter from the Candy and Potter Show on Hot 103.7 in Seattle, and you're listening to the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
All right, welcome back. Call the show, 847-866-W, anywhere. It's 847-866-9687. And I just went on a very hectic, a very, not mean-spirited, a very intense rant about cops, Super Rich. About how I don't like the suburban fat ones who do DUI checkpoints, but I do respect the ones in the ghetto. You know what I mean? Just want to clarify. All right, here's the thing. This segment was a bit edgy, so portions of our Hoppe and Super Rich show may be inappropriate for younger and more sensitive listeners, but
we will play this music and talk radio and whatever else only between the hours of 11:30 p.m. and 6 a.m.
All right. Did you grow up watching adult cartoons at all? Was it ever your thing?
Well, I didn't watch them as early as you did.
I'm weird. I'm really into, like, edgy.
I started watching them, like, in 7th grade, 6th grade.
I began watching in, like, 3rd. There's something about edgy things. I've always liked shock jock radio. I've always liked edgy comedian. So I grew up on, like, Family Guy. Like, my parents used to do this thing called the 3-strike rule, and after the 3rd joke, they'd turn it off, and it was always, like, Herbert the Pervert. It was when they turned it off. So I grew up on all that, all the Adult Swim shows. So Family Guy and The Simpsons, when they were in the prime, it has a very sentimental meaning to me.
Uh-huh.
So this episode that's going to come out tomorrow with the TV like season premiere, because it's all the new shows coming out, it's going to be Family Guy and Simpsons combining for an episode, which is like a nerd boner for me. So read the article, because the Parent Television Council, these scumbags that always try to find something to complain about on TV, are at it again. So what does it say?
The Fox network isn't responding to suggestions that its upcoming crossover episode of The Simpsons and Family Guy to remove a joke where the punchline is, your sister's being raped. So I guess that's a punchline in the joke. Obviously it doesn't make much sense now because we're not watching the episode. But
here's the thing. Before I get into it, this is another case of those rodents at the Parent Television Council taking things out of hand. They've done this to radio shows too, other groups like this, where you take one soundbite and you make it sound worse by having a word, I want your sister to be raped, but you don't even know the context of the joke. These are the same awful parents who bitch about this. How about you quit wasting your time bitching about TV shows and you go out there and you play catch with your kid, or you help them with homework, or you do something more productive with your day. Or, Super Rich, if you don't want them watching adult cartoons, or you don't want them seeing all this filth because they would complain every week about Jersey Shore, that's not a show your goddamn 10-year-old should be watching anyway, you dummy. How about this? We're in 2014. It's not like it's 1984. There's this thing. My parents never used it because I didn't have cable. Did you ever have a V-chip?
No.
It's where you block out things that are TV-14. Hey, you can block out
Yeah, I know
TVG.
what it is. I didn't have it.
I'm just explaining to the
Right.
So, hey, these Parents Television Council, they've had some of my favorite shows canceled because the shows are too edgy and there's too many potential fines with the FCC. How about you just don't let your kid watch The Simpsons or Family Guy? It's called an adult cartoon for a reason. It's on Adult Swim for a reason, you dumbasses. You scumbags. Get a life. These are the people who want to ruin everything. This is the uptight pussification of America when we get mad at a Family Guy joke. It's a cartoon. People drew it and made a joke. It's not like Obama said this in a joke and said, I want to rape your sister.
Could you imagine that?
Or he just like
in a press conference, like at the end, he's like, "God bless you, God bless America, and I raped your sister," and then he just walks away.
Okay. Here's the context of the joke. This will make you even more mad. This is just them trying to find something to be outraged about.
Oh, that they posted the joke on Facebook.
It's on YouTube.
I mean on YouTube.
Because here's what the clip was. They had little previews online. It was either leaked, or I think it was Fox just gave out little previews trying to hype up this great thing that's going to happen tomorrow with The Simpsons and Family Guy coming together. And man, like, just laugh a little and don't let your kids watch it. So here's the clip, and let me see what you think of the joke. It'll make more sense.
Teach Stewie how to make a prank call.
Mo's tapping.
Hello, Mo. Your sister's being raped. Is that one?
After the teaser.
Okay, they of course didn't play that, but it's Mo's Tavern, and he's like, Bart says, can I talk to Bum, first name Leaky? And it was like Leaky Bum.
Oh, yeah.
Leaking bum is kind of funny, like diarrhea, leaking bum. That was kind of funny. And then there's another one. And then, of course, he gets it, and he doesn't get it because he's a little baby. So here's his punchline. Where is him? Well, basically what you just heard, that was his punchline. And it wasn't like they were saying they want someone's sister to get raped. They were saying the joke was Stewie's a moron. He's a baby. And then the whole thing is there's dead silence because Bart's uncomfortable. It wasn't like Meg Griffin came in the room and then Quagmire's banging her out and raping her. What the hell?
Giggity, giggity.
God, like, why are people so uptight?
Giggity.
All right.
Yeah, it's...
God, like, what is going on with America? Please stop it, please. Like, why do we give them the time of day? And I love that Seth MacFarlane and Fox aren't saying anything. Good for Fox for defending Family Guy. These rodents. So what does it say?
So the line appears in the Family Guy Simpsons crossover episode, and then it pretty much just goes and describes the scene, which Ryan pretty much already did. Yeah, he says, "Hello, Mo, your sister's being raped." That's what Stewie says.
But they, of course, the media that's probably not the biggest fan of the immature humor on The Simpsons. Of course, the media leaves out the part about the first two lines by Bart, so you don't know what's the contest is or the contrast of the whole thing is. If I heard that, I'd be like, what the hell's wrong with Family Guy making jokes about rape? I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be like, what is that?
Yeah, I'd be
and
like,
when you leave out the part that
odd.
it's the prank calls from the early 90 episodes or the early 90s episodes of The Simpsons when they had Bart prank calling them, they didn't set it up at all. That Bart was showing him how to prank call Moe's Tavern, and they didn't play the first two clips. So this is the scumbag media. This is the biased media with their stupid storylines and their dumb plot lines and their goddamn agendas, trying to throw Family Guy under the bus. Screw you. I'm sick of this. The media's not reporting news at all. Like, how do you not report news and leave something out? How is that news then?
right.
Like, it'd be like if they reported about us on CNN and they said the Hoppe show and they didn't say what's super rich. Like, you leave the most important part out, like the most important part of something. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So anyway, it just goes on to say that they're not commenting on it really, which is good. Yeah, said it would not comment on the criticism or whether there are any second thoughts about
What
the
does
joke.
that say? Good for this person to say this quote.
This is a quote from Catherine Hull Fillett, spokeswoman for the Washington-based Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. I think the show is making it clear that rape is not funny by how they are positioning the joke. It's my hope that would be the viewer's takeaway.
Exactly. I never saw that clip and I was like, oh my God, Seth MacFarlane is encouraging rape. Listen, Seth MacFarlane's a hack. Every show is literally the same, and now he's doing the Flintstones. So it's like Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, they're all the same. And he said he was influenced by The Simpsons. So he's a clear copycat with no original ideas. Ted, he got from another idea too, and there's a lawsuit. So Seth MacFarlane is a hack. But in no way did Seth MacFarlane ever encourage rape. I don't like the guy because he's an overpaid loser who doesn't do anything anymore and really isn't that creative. But I'm going to defend him here. He didn't encourage rape at all. Screw you, Parent Television Council, you douchebags, you a-holes. You agree with me?
Yeah.
And I don't want to come off harsh or angry tonight, but there's so much to rant about. How do you take this seriously as news? Anything else in the article? I want to get some examples of what they've complained about. It just goes back to, why not just not have your kids watch Family Guy? That's what my parents did. My parents are better parents than any of these losers.
Yeah, it doesn't say much of the joke. It's just nobody's really commenting on it, which is a good thing. And they're gonna let the episode play. I wonder if this joke will be in the episode because I don't think they're editing it out.
They should.
I don't think they are. So hopefully they don't edit it out because then it wouldn't make much sense. The episode.
Okay, so when you look up Parent Television Council on Wikipedia, it says see also anti-pornographic movement and criticism of Family Guy. If you're in the anti-pornographic movement, you need a life. It's going nowhere at all. It's actually growing by the minute. Yeah, there's not as much money in it, But you can watch porn of someone banging a horse. You can watch porn of a girl getting gangbanged by 9 guys. I'm pretty sure with everything growing, you can now watch porn on your phone. I bet in 10 years you can watch porn on some nice glasses, Google glasses. If you're trying to waste your life...
Wouldn't that be something you're just walking down the street watching porn?
You see some guy like...
You see some guy, he just has like a smirk on his face as he walking past you. It's like, that guy's watching porn.
Something, it's like bed creaking or something. Okay, here's the anti-pornographic movement. It's from religious objections to feminist concerns. Here's what I don't get about the feminist concerns. I've always said if you're in porn, you're a whore because you're being paid to have sex.
Right.
Now, you're not a whore like the girl in the street corner, but you're making money by opening up your legs, by doing a money shot, by doing third base, by doing everything in there. Backdoor action sometimes, too. But the girls aren't being forced to do it. The girls embrace it. The girls speak at colleges about how maybe this isn't what you want to do in life, but we're being empowered. Like, if we want to spend our life being whores on camera that guys jay off to, that's fine. So I don't get these feminist people who talk about, oh, it's so against women. If they want to do it, that's fine. How can you be for the right to have an abortion, but not be for the right of having porn?
I completely agree with you.
It's all the people who take religion seriously. We don't even know if God's real. Why are you basing it off of anything? And why do you have to ruin everything for everyone else? I'm not saying you ruin the fun by bitching about porn. And
let me watch my porn, damn it!
And, like, what are you criticizing Family Guy for? If there's a whole article about it, if there's 5 complaints, like, it's a cartoon, it's a satire. It's not even that creative. So, like, don't take it seriously.
Some episodes are funnier than others, for sure.
The old ones. Like...
The old ones get kind of slow sometimes. I like the ones that were, like, from... say 03 to 07-ish.
1999 to 08. Bird is the word is when it went downhill. But this,
yeah, they're definitely not as good as anymore. It's like a bunch of recycled stories now.
Sort of like with The Simpsons, but at least The Simpsons has a plot.
Yeah, see, I never got into The Simpsons.
I love The Simpsons.
Partly because I never really watched it, but I mean, I did love Family Guy at one point. Now it's a little more recycled. My favorite cartoon is South Park.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's great, because that's like a great satire. I haven't seen the latest.
And it's never recycled stories, and the good thing about it is that they actually do things in pop culture. So, if you're watching a South Park episode from 10 years ago, they'll be talking about something that was happening in the news, and then you'll be like, oh, I remember that.
Like Paris Hilton? It was like weird.
And then like the whole Michael Jackson episode when all that stuff was going down.
All right, here's my favorite clip ever from Family Guy. This is great. I love this.
Finally, I'm one of those guys who can't wait to get to work in the morning. Like a dairy cow.
Oh! Oh! Oh, yes! Yes! Oh!
All right, here is the one that my mom always hated, but I loved it.
This teddy bear, this ruler, this piece of string, and this cardboard box. Hope you don't find the money strapped to my thigh.
Tina, you can't just slap together flimsy structures in the yard.
Why not? Herbert did it.
YMCA.
It's a free popsicle and shoulder up stand.
YMCA. That's a nice muscly throat.
This is the greatest scene ever. The greatest episode maybe in television when Chris is the paper boy and you first meet Herbert. I love this.
What on you got there? You know, if you get sweaty and want to take your shirt off, that'd be just fine. Make sure you stretch out those creamy hamstrings. Know anybody with a pair of strong young hands to help me in and out of the tub? Oh, rats!
Meg's giving him a man. Here's the thing about Herbert.
Yeah,
we hate Jerry Sandusky in real life, but we find this funny. It's not like we're phonies, but at the same time, it's just kind of like funny how that works out. Okay, here's the Griffin family like yard sale.
In the summertime?
Just these old shorts.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah!
It's him dancing in the bathroom.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And Herbert's ladder falls off.
We can settle this like reasonable teenagers. Whoever can swallow the most Tylenol PM wins.
I love this too.
I know what boys like.
Yeah.
I know what guys want. I know what boys like.
All right, you sent me
Boys like me.
I'm getting creeped out now. I don't know why.
Boys like.
All righty.
Coming up, the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
Before we get up on out of here, we have some more things to talk about.
Like a teacher is in the hospital after a student punched him or her.
All right, we have that and much more. What else?
Rowan University suspends the TKE fraternity, I think, in the wake of a sex video posting.
So it's another frapping a bunch of douchebags.
Well, it might not be a frat. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Call the show, 847-866-WNER.
Oh, no, it's two students part of the fraternity, so yeah.
Yeah. It's 847-866-9687. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Show.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppe Radio. For more info, check out hopperadio.com and hoppesworld.com.
Lights, just the stamina action. I'm a rock star. Check the crowd reaction. I'm like lights, just the stamina action. I'm a rock star. Check